Today in a Trisha exclusive, surgery disasters.
I went for what I thought was medical silicone,
but was left brutally disfigured.
In fact, what you had injected into your face was things like tire sealant.
The whole left side of my face felt like it was a boil.
Today on Trisha.
To take a close look at the shocking viral video. You reckon?
Yeah, but I don't pay for my surgeries myself.
But what price vanity?
I was turning on the water and the pec muscle ripped, and along with the pec muscle, my vein ripped. So I was bleeding internally.
And later, deformed by black market cosmetic surgery.
The whole left side of my face felt like it was a boil.
People saying what?
Oh, calling me monster and freak of nature, and I should shoot myself in the head.
Cosmetic surgery disasters.
I almost died.
Today on Trisha.
So when you're in the middle of all of that, when we come back, you're going to meet Rajie, who was horribly disfigured after being injected with cement and glue. How could this happen? We will find out next. Stay tuned.
Up next, he became a she.
I went for what I thought was medical silicone,
but was left brutally disfigured.
The whole left side of my face felt like it was a boil.
And later, 1-855-487-4742. Cosmetic surgery disasters.
I almost died.
Today on Trisha.
Welcome, Rajie. Now, for the last 7 years, Rajie has been fighting for her life. You see, being a transgender woman, Rajie set out to feminize her face and her body. So she began injecting what she believed was medical-grade silicone. But she later found out it was actually a dangerous black market chemical containing cement and fix-a-flat. Now, I'm talking about a glue used to repair rubber tires. Rajie was left devastated and disfigured and went into hiding. But she is here today to share her emotional story with us. So before we meet Rajie, take a look at this.
In 2006, I took the plunge. After being referred by a number of people in the community, I went for what I thought was medical silicone, and I thought I was going to finally get the look that I wanted. So about 7 or 8 months into the injections, the whole left side of my face felt like it was a boil coming to a head. And then the nodules started. It became very painful. I felt like so distorted. I didn't even want to go out in public. And that's when I found out that these black market injections that I had been getting were a concoction of things like cement, tire sealant, and glue. It was devastating. It was devastating. I'm sorry. When I walk in public places and I see the way people look at me, you know, it hurts. Sometimes I don't even want to look at my old pictures because I start to feel like, why did I do it? And, you know, I get regretful. But I keep pressing on, and I'm so thankful to God that I'm still here.
Oh, Rajie, take me back. What started you on this? Why?
You know, as a trans woman, the thing about trying to match the way you feel on the inside with the way you look on the outside becomes so important to us that oftentimes we do things that maybe you could say would be considered rolling the dice a little bit and taking chances.
So it was word of mouth that brought this woman to you to do these injections. How many injections did you have overall?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Off the top of my head, because it was over about 7 or 8 months, but I would say probably about 60. But yes.
And where were they?
Well, they were in my face. I started with my face because the face is usually the first thing people see.
Right.
And initially, I was fine. So then I proceeded to get the injections in my breast and my hips and my buttocks.
Okay, so how long from having the injections in your face to this happening?
About 7, 8 months.
How did you find out that, in fact, what you'd had injected into your face was things like tire sealants?
I eventually went for medical help, and I've had a few surgeries, and they were trying to actually remove some of it from my face, and it was sent to the lab, and it came back with those results.
It was painful?
Painful, yes, physically painful, and spiritually and emotionally painful. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against plastic surgery, but I'm saying that you really have to be careful.
You had implants? You had implants as well?
No, actually, this is all injected. All substance that has been injected.
It's all injectables? Not all that same stuff?
Well, it was from her.
So the whole of your bust is the same woman who I understand now is, what, awaiting trial?
She is, yeah, because someone has died from it.
So you're not going to get any more surgery, right?
Well, no, I can't sit here and say that to you because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You see how my face looked, how bad that looked? It's only, you can still look at my face and see that, you know, something has happened. But I do look better now than I did there. And that's because I've had surgery to correct it.
You wrote a book, I understand.
I did write a book. After I went public with my story, it went, I mean, viral. It was all over the world. And so I got a lot of positive feedback from people, but I also got a lot of hate mail.
People saying what?
Oh, calling me monster and freak of nature, and I should shoot myself in the head. So I thought if there was any time to write a book and tell my story, share my whole journey, this was the time. And it's called Beyond Face Value, a journey to true beauty. Beyond Face Value.
Rajie, what would you say, seriously now, because you're in a position to reach a lot of people, what would you say to other young transgender people who are in a place of desperation and somebody comes to them and offers them something cheap and they want it done now?
This is why I sit here on this stage, because I have been through so much in these last 7 years. And I thought that if I could take my story, my situation, and turn it into a good thing for people by educating them, then I've kind of made lemonade out of lemons. And so I thank you for having me, because I would say to these young transgenders, don't do it. Save your money and go the right way and get the proper care from an accredited doctor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for talking to us, Rajie.
It was a pleasure.
And we'll be right back after this.
487-4742. Cosmetic surgery disasters.
I almost died.
Today on Trisha.
We've been talking about controversial and downright dangerous cosmetic surgery trends. We're back with Lacey, who's proclaimed herself the most expensive body in the world, Justin, who's undergone over 90 medical procedures and counting, and Rajie, who says her desire to be feminine almost cost her life. And now I think it's time we heard from our always opinionated audience. I know that there were lots of people with questions. Can we start? Start at the bottom here. This gentleman here. Yes, sir.
My question is, there's all types of addictions that people deal with. Can this be considered a form of addiction?
Absolutely.
I don't know that I view myself as having an addiction to plastic surgery.
Oh, not you.
No, I'm not obsessed with that. I'm just obsessed with what it does for me.
I think I have a very keen eye for detail, but I don't think I'm an addict to surgery as much as it is that I enjoy the modification process.
You'll have low self-esteem probably.
Without the surgery?
Yes.
I think plastic surgery can definitely help grow people's self-esteem and give people confidence. I mean, it's very feasible. It definitely gave me confidence over the years.
Okay, let's stand up for me. Yes.
I don't have a question. I more have a comment for. I'm sorry, you're
Rajie.
I think that what you're doing is great. Even if your surgeries had come out perfect and you looked how you thought you wanted to look, what you're doing now to educate people that are transgender and going through you know, trying to change themselves to be more feminine or masculine or whatever. I think it's a beautiful thing that you're doing, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you. Up next, outrageous body modification.
How do you have sex?
Yes, sir.
Yes, my comments to your name Lacey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you first came out, you said when you was young and you was flat-chested and the kids teased you. Now you're a little older and they still make fun of your appearance and you spent all this money. How do you feel sometimes?
Well, I'm very confident. I've always been pretty confident. Actually, my sibling used to make fun of me because I was flat-chested. People have their own opinions. You know, I've learned and grown to know that it really doesn't matter to me what other people think. The person that matters is me, and that's the most important thing. I have to tell you, these are my new BFFs.
Right. I have a question for Lacey. How do you have sex with
rough?
Yes, do we have a question? Yes, this gentleman, yes.
Justin, you mentioned that you were on a quest of perfection, correct?
Well, a modification, I don't know about perfection, because there's not necessarily an endpoint or a goal in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through all the surgeries that you've had, do you feel that the quality of your life has improved, and are people more responsive to you now than they were then?
Totally. Yeah, definitely, hands down. I mean, I grew up very poor, and I think the connections and the people that have opened up to me because of my honesty with my surgeries, as well as the fact that I've just had surgery, has opened me up to a totally different caliber, a different group that I wouldn't have been privy to knowing had I not had my surgeries. And had I not had them, I wouldn't be where I am today and in as good of a position as I am at this point with my life.
Thank you. All right, one last question. Yes, yes. What were you going to ask? Nice T-shirt. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My question is for the beautiful young lady in the black.
Thank you.
How many surgeries are you going to do until, like, you say, this is it, like, no more surgeries for me?
Yeah, well, I have had a lifetime of surgeries already, and it's going to take a lifetime of surgeries for me to be done. If I decide to go smaller, eventually it's going to take a lot of surgeries to go smaller. You can't remove tons of skin at the same time. So this is my life. Our celebrity status because of surgery, you can ask her. A lot of people email me, write me, what do I need to do, where can I go? And you know what, I do refer people to really good doctors, amazing doctors, and I have stopped people from getting black market surgery. I've helped a lot of young women that say, oh my God, what would you do to me? I'm like, you know what, you're beautiful.
Don't do it.
You're beautiful.
Don't touch it.
Don't mess with something you can't fix.
I want to thank all of you. I guess the only curveball I'd throw all of you is, I think there's one question you wouldn't be able to answer about plastic surgery. I found it. I found it.
What is it?
How do you create a soul?
It's born with love.
It's inherent to you.
Yes.
Your soul is yours regardless of the shell that you carry, whether you modify it or not.
And I think
in God's eyes, no one's ugly, so you know.
Because of my faith, that's what has gotten me through my soul and my connection with the universe. Because if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be gone.
Thank you. Thank you. DoYouBelieve.com. Cosmetic surgery disasters.
I almost died.
Today on Trisha.
Again, I know there were other questions, but we'll have to end it here. I'd like to thank all of my guests today for being so forthright and being so honest about such a personal topic. Now, if you have any feedback about what you saw on today's show, go to our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and let us know what you think. But thank you for watching. Bye-bye.